This is Bryce Root.
Hey there.
He loves crafting content ecosystems for the front office of Tier 2 sports teams, leagues, and niche sports properties that are built on pure ROI, typically 2xing or 3xing current sponsorship and partnership income, while impacting all other departments too, from ticketing and e-commerce to game day.
Yeah, two things that stuck out to me was a pair of organizations that are not necessarily endemic to sports, Sephora and Dude Perfect. So the interview with Andrew Yaffe, the CEO of Dude Perfect, started the day, and he said pretty early in that panel that sports teams suck at social media. And I don't want the social media people to take that personally, but I think his point was that sports has been really has not really pushed the boundaries of what can be done with social media, and he was saying that they really need to think about going beyond highlights. The last panel of the day with Nanette Nunu from Sephora, she mentioned something sort of similar from the sponsorship side, that partnership teams in the sports industry, a lot of them that they had dealt with, had not really been creative enough in how they were kind of approaching a brand that was, had not been in sports historically, and as she said, only had a partnership team for sports for like 2 years.
Yep.
So I thought that was interesting that they were speaking to the masses there. That was probably the appropriate time to say that.
All right, we're going to help you solve a big problem that many Tier 2 teams have. It's not all, but there are quite a few. Producing lots of video content that is fast-paced, hype reels, schedule releases, kit releases, game day, lots of clips, even the athlete arrival, crazy questions, all that's great, but there's one problem. There's no ROI being baked into it. There's that hiring of the videographer team that comes in for the kit release. They do offsite, all local community stuff. Maybe it's $8,000 to produce that one video that has a life of maybe 48 hours. So while there's that frustration, there's also the fact that the top tier teams, they've figured it out. They know how to monetize it. So part of my mission is to help all of you figure it out and navigate it, how to monetize it, and really how to pull out the ROI, not after the fact, but actually plan it. So it's ahead of time, what's going to come back from that production of having that videographer team show up, or that shredder being hired, or having the to-do list or the shot list for the social media manager be a little bit more robust on game day. So today I'm going to talk you through 3 primary topics, things to just keep lodged in the back of your head. One is don't manufacture content. I see it way too often, especially with some of the those folks that are on the fence between Tier 2 and Tier 1 leagues, where a sponsor comes on board, a partner comes on board, and they go, oh, quick, we got to come up with a video series. We sold it to them. We have to fulfill it. So that then becomes very scripted, way over branded. And that's exactly what fans do not want to watch. And so maybe there's some views to it just because of the fan base, the following that you have, but there's no ROI. There's nothing coming back. There's no click-throughs to the sponsors, whatever app or whatever that they are on a mission to accomplish with their sponsorship with you. So don't manufacture it. Don't overthink it. Be creative. Let the creativity flow and get really strategic as to how to track it. There's so many ways in which to do that now with AI and everything else. So warning, do not manufacture the content. The fan base and the casual fans and everyone that discovers you, they see right through it, and that's something that they do not want to watch. Okay, so number 2 is think entertainment. It's basically skyrocketing right now as to the role that content plays for many sports properties. And that's why you see media houses and all sorts of kind of production studios being formed within college campuses, within brands, and also within sports teams. It's a way to like create a variety of entertainment, not just for one specific fan, because most fan bases are very diverse. All the generations are included, and they primarily all want different forms of content. They might want game clips. They might want behind the scenes docuseries. They might want something, a real life, authentic, transparent TikTok series. So just think about how you can create content that's for all your fan base generations that are following you or may discover you. So think about the diversity of it and how you can maybe accomplish that just on one shoot day for one episode, say, delivering the edit in a different way. In many instances, you can like repackage things quite easily. Within minutes, within hours, you can have two completely different edits. So that's the beauty of the visual art of editing. That way you can distribute it to the different channels in a variety of different ways. Okay, so thirdly, this is really important. Think packaging, content packaging, and developing assets that have long lives. That is essential, because you don't, when you call out, hey, sponsor family, who wants to sponsor our upcoming event, event recap or hype reel that has a 24-hour life to it, you're going to hear crickets. But if then you say, hey, sponsor family, who wants to get in on our new podcast that is launching? We're projecting to do at least one season with 16 episodes, and we're going to have special guests from the community, but also visiting guests and celebrities that sit on the floor, sit on the sidelines. Who wants to be a part of that? Whole different feel. You're not going to be hearing crickets. You're going to be probably trying to figure out who's the best fit out of the 5 that called you back. Okay, so some things to remember: creativity, packaging, consistency, and branding via audio, graphically, edit-wise, all the different ways that you can like convey that brand essence to your fan base. There's so many ways in which to do it, and there's so many ways that you can like actually plug your sponsors and your partners into your content. But it's only done when you have that creativity and just everything baked into what you're developing content-wise. You can't just create content to create content and expect sponsors to flock to it and fork over and write big checks to you. So some things to think about. And I'll leave you with this. On a big picture, if you're envisioning licensing, people are going to write you big checks for big time creativity and production and just thoughtfulness as to what you are creating. They're not going to be paying you the big bucks when it comes to just random videos. So packaging up a series and having thoughtful creativity as the underlying framework for what you're creating, done consistently and done professionally, is going to get you the big bucks when you're thinking about the rights to licensing that series. So something to think about in the back of your head. That's where some big checks are being written, ranging from $200K per episode to $800K per episode to $1.2 per episode. There's some big ticket items. If you have that special story being told, if there's certain milestones, just think about what's special about what your organization is going to be experiencing, and think about how that can fit into what you already have from a video series standpoint or from just consistent content that you're creating. So really think about that.
So before your next social media meeting, it's time to process what Bryce just shared. Keep it simple, but just know that these content assets can be created practically overnight, plugged into your current sponsor pitches, and can impact your entire organization in a very big way. If you'd like the no-nonsense breakdown of how we can make it happen in just 30 days, message Bryce, our founder, today. Thanks for watching. Be sure to catch all our other episodes on all things content ROI too. See you in the next episode, and have a stellar day.